So the new iPhone 17e just came out and I had to get my hands on it. I've been using it as my main phone for about a week now, and in this video I want to share my honest thoughts, not just about the features but what it's actually like to live with this phone day to day. Because let's be real, most of us don't buy a phone based on a spec sheet, we buy it based on how it fits into our daily life. So over the past week I've been using the iPhone 17e for everything. Texting friends, taking photos during the day, navigating around the city, watching videos at night, basically replacing my normal phone completely. And the big question is, does the iPhone 17e actually feel like a great everyday phone, or does it feel like you're missing out compared to the iPhone 17 and the alternatives? That's exactly what we're going to talk about. Let's start with the design because this is the first thing you notice when you pick up the phone. The iPhone 17e keeps the familiar flat edge design Apple has been using for the last few generations. Aluminum frame, glass back, very clean overall look. Right away I notice how comfortable it feels in the hand. It's nice and light and it's not huge either. Some smartphones lately have gotten really big and almost tablet-like, but this one sits in that sweet spot where it still feels compact enough to use with one hand. Throughout the week I replied to messages while walking or switching songs while holding coffee in the other hand, and it never felt awkward to hold. The aluminum frame also keeps the phone feeling light without making it feel cheap. It still feels solid and well built. Another small thing I noticed after a few days is that it doesn't pick up fingerprints as much as some glossy phones do. So even after being in your pocket all day, it still looks clean. Overall, the design just feels very balanced, not flashy, and it's not revolutionary but very comfortable to live with. Now let's talk about the display because this is something you interact with every time you use the phone. The iPhone 17e has a 6.1-inch display, and for everyday use it looks really good. Text is sharp, colors look natural, and everything feels easy to read whether you're scrolling through messages or watching videos. One thing I always test with a new phone is how it performs outdoors. I spend a lot of time walking outside and using maps in bright sunlight, and the screen stayed perfectly readable. Watching videos on the phone also feels really enjoyable. The screen is big enough that it feels immersive, but the phone itself still stays compact. That balance is something I really appreciate, honestly. Now, if you've used some Apple's higher end phones recently, you might notice that scrolling isn't quite as ultra smooth when you move very quickly through long feeds. That's because the 17e has a 60Hz display and the iPhone 17 and 17 Pro have a 120Hz, which means that animations and scrolling on the phone are smoother and more fluid on the 17 and 17 Pro. It's not something that bothered me most of the time, but occasionally when scrolling fast through social media, you can feel a small difference. It can look like it stutters, although that's not the case, so just keep that in mind. But still, overall, it's a really nice display for everyday use. Performance is one of those things that you actually stop noticing when it's good, and that's exactly how the iPhone 17e felt during this week. Everything just worked, it has the same A19 chip as the iPhone 17, apps open instantly, switching between apps feels smooth, and even when I had a bunch of things open, the phone never felt slow. I used it for navigation, watching videos, editing photos, messaging friends and listening to music while walking around, and it handled all of that easily. One thing that stood out is that the phone never really felt like it was struggling. No stutters, no weird slowdowns, and honestly that's exactly what most people want. Not necessarily the most powerful phone in the world, but a phone that always feels responsive. Now let's talk about the camera because this is probably the feature people care about the most. The iPhone 17e has only one camera that has a 48 megapixel lens, and that's it. But I don't want to talk too much about technical terms, so instead I explain what taking photos with this phone actually feels like. During the day, the camera performs really well. Photos come out sharp, colors look natural, and the phone does a really good job handling bright scenes. One afternoon I was walking through a park with a lot of sunlight coming through the trees. Sometimes that kind of lighting can confuse phone cameras because parts of the scene are very bright while other parts are darker. But the phones came out really balanced, I have to say. The skies kept its color, the shadows still had detail, and nothing looked overly processed. Another thing I noticed is that the camera feels really quick. You pull out the phone, tap the shutter, and the photo is ready almost instantly. That makes a big difference for everyday photography because you don't want to miss the moment while waiting for the camera. At night the camera still performs well, although this is where you can see the limits compared to the more expensive models. Photos in low light still look clean and detailed, but you might notice a little more softness in darker areas. Street lights, city lights, and indoor lighting still look really good though. I took a few photos during an evening walk and the phone did a nice job capturing the atmosphere without making everything look overly bright, and honestly for casual night photos, it still does a really solid job. Video recording is also really good. You can shoot in 4K. During the day videos look sharp and the colors look very natural. One thing I noticed is that the stabilization works really well. Even when I was walking while recording, the footage still looked smooth and steady. At night, video quality is still good, although like most phones you will see a bit more noise in darker scenes, but overall the results still look very usable. And for things like social media clips or quick videos, it's more than good enough. But there's one thing you have to know, the iPhone 17e doesn't have an ultra-wide lens and the zoom options are limited to 1x and 2x. So if you're someone who takes a lot of photos and want more flexibility and the best results, the 17 and 17 Pro might be a better choice. It also doesn't have the camera control button where you have quick access to the camera. Battery life is always one of the biggest questions with a new phone. So here's what my week actually looked like. Most days I unplugged the phone around 6 AM in the morning. Then throughout the day I used it for messaging, music, maps, photos and a lot of social media scrolling, pretty normal use. And almost every day I still had around 20 to 30% battery left in the evening. There was one day where I used the camera a lot and streamed music all day and the battery dropped a bit faster, but even then it still made it through the day. So overall the battery life feels very reliable. You charge it at night and it comfortably gets you through the day. After using a phone for a full week, you start noticing the little details. One thing I really liked is how quickly the phone unlocks. You glance at it and it's ready almost instantly. It's one of those small things that makes the whole experience feel smoother. Another feature I ended up using more than I expected is the action button. I set mine to open the camera instantly since it doesn't have the camera control button and I used it constantly throughout the week. It's a small shortcut, but it actually makes the phone feel more personal. The speakers are also very good. I watched a few YouTube videos while cooking and the sound was clear and loud enough that I didn't feel the need for headphones most of the time. How we experience our phones in real life. I want to talk about what it actually feels like to live with the iPhone 17 Pro. No phone is perfect, and after a week with the iPhone 17e, there are a couple of small things worth mentioning. The camera system is simpler than Apple's more expensive phones. For everyday photography that's totally fine, but if you like experimenting with different zoom levels or perspectives, you might occasionally feel a little limited. Another thing is that the display, while very nice, isn't quite as ultra smooth as the highest models when scrolling quickly. That's because the 17e has a 60Hz display and not a 120Hz like the Pro models. It's subtle but noticeable if you compare them directly. None of these things ruin the experience, they just remind you where the phone sits in Apple's lineup. So here's the real question. Should you actually buy the iPhone 17e? After using it for a full week, here's what I'd say. If you want a very simple, reliable phone that handles everything you do day to day, this is a really solid choice. Messaging, videos, photos, browsing, maps, it does all of that effortless. The battery lasts all day, the screen is bright and clear, and the design feels comfortable in your hand. Now there are some things to keep in mind so expectations are realistic. The iPhone 17e only has one rear camera, so it won't give you the flexibility of ultra-wide shots or optical zoom, like I said before. There is no dynamic island, so you won't get the little interactive notifications at the top of the screen. The display doesn't have 120Hz smoothness like I said before, so while scrolling is perfectly fine, it's not quite as silky as the higher end models. And unlike the Pro phones, there's no extra camera control button for quick camera access. And all of that sounds like a lot, but in daily life, it doesn't break the experience. The single camera still takes very good photos in most situations, and video recording is solid for casual clips. The phone feels fast and responsive for normal use, and the simpler design actually makes it really easy to live with. So basically, if you want a phone that just works, doesn't overwhelm you with extra features, and feels reliable in real life, the iPhone 17e is worth considering. It's not flashy or cutting edge in every way, but it does everything most people need day to day without complications. And after a week with it, that's exactly the kind of phone it feels like. A dependable everyday iPhone that fits smoothly into your life. Let me know in the comments what you think about the iPhone 17e. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you again in the next one.